Hey son, all right, so here's the next deal. I've got this project, I've got it built, I just need to upgrade it already. So what this is a Dillon reloading case feeder that I would normally put on that reloader over there, that blue thing. Feeds empty cases down into the press. This is a roll sizing machine. We're using it to shrink up the diameter of a .308 cartridge. If it's shot in a machine gun, the diameter is expanded a little too much, similar to the Glock bulge. When you shoot a cartridge out of a Glock, it bulges up because the chamber is empty, or the chamber is, I'm sorry, not empty. The chamber is larger because the heat that's generated from a machine gun will make everything smaller and thus start jamming up. So in the machine gun .308s like they would use in a gun range or whatever, they make the diameter of the chamber larger. Anyways, so what this does, and I'll show you in a second, it feeds casings out of here, down this tube, drops them in here. There's a notch right over here as it goes around. What I need from you is, this is my drive source. This machine is originally sold with a hand crank that goes on right here. Yeah, you know me, I don't do hand cranks. This is actually George's machine. I built this table, and I built the way for, you'll see in a minute, the casings drop in the tube, go into the bucket down below, blah, blah, blah. And so you sit here, I had that Cormark box sitting up here. I load them. My case feeder's a little slow because it's not meant for this speed. It's variable. It's not a variable speed like that one over there that's George's, but I didn't have the power supply for it, so I had to use my case feeder, which is a one speed fits all, which is fine for the press, but it's not fine for this. Anyways, Pat Carvalho story here. Love you, son. I need to figure out something else for this, because what I basically do is, you can see I've got a zip tie holding the trigger at the set speed that will kind of run with this case feeder. And to start and stop, I push the battery in. If there's an emergency, I'd pull the battery out. That's my switch. I'd like to find a DC motor. Basically, there's a bolt right here. This is a metric thread because this machine comes from Australia. 10 millimeter head. I believe a 10 millimeter head is like a 6 millimeter bolt. Doesn't matter. This has got a flat side right there. There's a flat side of that shaft. I could put a pulley here. What I'm looking for is some kind of DC motor or AC variable speed motor. Doesn't have to be very much. You know what this is. This is a Porter cable drill that I've had for eons. And I've got it rigged up to use because George has a DeWalt, but the battery went dead and I don't have a DeWalt charger, so I went to the Porter cable. So I manufactured all this. I'm kind of proud of it. It looks pretty good. But anyways, this is how it works. We turn it on. So it drops casings in the tube. Meanwhile, I'm out of casings already because I've done everything, but they drop down. Uh-oh, what happened? My battery's dead. Pause for a minute. Battery wasn't dead, it came unhooked. At any rate, so it drops a casing in. If it's the correct size, it goes around here. This is an eccentric, and it shrinks the bulge part of the casing up so that you can put it into a press. Yep, that one went upside down. It's a good thing I've already run these cases through. Couple little hang-ups with the feed problem. But anyways, it drops it in here. That's all it does. Now I can go faster. Problem is, if I go faster like this, the case feeder doesn't keep up with it. At any rate, I'm going to create a YouTube link to this video. I'm going to send it to you and you give me a call. I'll be up for a couple more hours. It's Monday night. If you're at work and got nothing to do and you want to check it out and give me a call, that's fine. If you want to find me a resource for a motor, this is plugged into 110. The case feeder is 110. I've created the table with the plugs, so I've got extra plugs. Goes over there, plugs in the side of my heater over there, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So a 110 motor would be fine, something variable speed. I don't know if the same thing we were looking at for the tumbler will work, or if there's something a little more simpler. I know that this case feeder, Dillon case feeder, is 110, and it's variable speed, hence the knob right there. The reason I didn't use this is it has a plug-in right there, which I believe is a DC plug-in. You plug into the wall and it changes it to DC, yada, yada, yada. George forgot to give me that. So the alternative was my case feeder that's a straight 110 right there with no variable speed. So I don't know if it's the same motor. I thought about trying to put a rheostat in there or whatever, but anyways. Give me a call, do a little research. I appreciate you. I love you. Pack your shit and get to Tennessee, baby, because California, I heard today, 20% capacity in non-essential businesses and 30% capacity in essential businesses. Gavin Newsom is a fucking moron. And I don't care who knows that. Y'all need to pack your shit, get yourself out here to God's country. We're going to keep you out of Davidson County, but there's plenty for you to do out here. I love you guys. Tell Jen, the kids, give them big hugs for me. I can't wait till springtime. Hopefully Jacob, Emily, hopefully all of you will come out, be able to come out, but I understand life. If it can't happen, we're going to put whoever we can on a plane and get them out here for a few days. Have some fun with Papa. You know, I always think about Jacob when he was about 3 or 4. This might choke me up a little bit. I remember I farted one time. He said, "Oh, Papa, stinky poo-poo, Papa." And that has stuck forever. I know we were still on Dahlner when that happened, or shortly thereafter. So he couldn't have been more than 3, 4, 5. But it was stinky poo-poo Papa, and that has stuck with me forever. I love you guys. Hope to see you soon. Stay safe. Love you. Bye.